Hey community, in this video I'm here to talk to you about assertiveness and making yourself number one. When I was growing up, my stepmom said to me, honey, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I was like, okay. I didn't really know what that meant at the time, but as I got older, I understood what she meant. And she meant that if she wasn't happy, then nobody else was going to be happy. So by not putting ourselves first, we're doing a disservice to everybody else out there around us. Because if we're not taking care of ourselves and putting ourselves in the best position and looking after ourselves the best, then we're not giving 100% to those around us. Now, for any of you moms out there, and females in general, we are more programmed to not put ourselves number one, more so than men. Because it's a motherly instinct. You got to look after your children. You look after your children, they're your first priority, right? But what is it like when you're watching your 4-year-old and you're dog-tired, right? You haven't done anything for yourself. You haven't done any kind of self-care. You've got resentments built up. You know, you hate the job you're in, and your 4-year-old's trying to get your attention. And you're on autopilot with no awareness. And your subconscious just scrolling through Facebook, and they're trying to get your attention to play, and you're like, yeah, great, yeah, I know, okay, go over there, yep, right? Is that fair? No. You gotta put yourself first. You gotta take care of yourself first. Whether that's go and get your nails done, take a bath, take a time out, say no instead of saying yes all the time. Right? Look after yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself and make yourself number one, everyone else around you doesn't get 100% of you. Another way for you to practice this is what I mentioned when I started, was assertiveness. By being assertive, we speak our truth. Now, assertiveness can mean a lot of different things. It's a whole mentality as well as a way we present ourselves. So, you know, there are passive people who would appear like this. There's aggressive people who would appear like this, you know, constantly looking for a fight. And then there's assertive people who are confident, right? Just within their own, just at peace. So it's a good way to test where you fall on that scale between passiveness and aggressive. There's also passive aggressive. You know those people who slam cupboards? What's wrong? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Bam. Right? You know those kinds of people, passive aggressive. So when we're assertive, we're confident. We make eye contact. We stand up tall. Because there's also a mind-body connection. If you're slumped over, your mind is going to be telling your body, or your body's going to be telling your mind that you're not worthy. You stand upright, have a straight spine, your body's going to tell your mind that you are worthy, and you can look people in the eye, right? But assertiveness is speaking your mind and speaking your truth. And it also means being a negotiator. So you're not the aggressive person that always has to get their way, and you're not the passive person who always gets shit on. You're the assertive person that says, you know, Jane, I'd love to walk your dog while you're out of town, but unfortunately, I got to pick up my son after school, and I got to go and meet my boss every day this week for some training. So unfortunately, that's not going to work out. But I'll tell you what, I do know somebody who can watch your dog for you. Let me get in contact with him and help you out. How's that sound? So you find a solution, right? So you don't need to be an aggressive no, right? And you don't need to be a passive, oh yeah, Jane, sure. But then you end up being resentful, right? So we become resentful when we don't speak our truth, when we say yes when we mean to say no. And sometimes we feel, especially those of us who are people pleasers, we feel like we don't want to rock the boat, right? We want to make everybody happy. And that's okay to a certain degree. You know, going out and doing things for people to see people smile, because that puts a smile on your face, that's one thing. But going out and going with the flow and saying yes when you mean to say no, that's called being a people pleaser, putting people before yourself. And what did I say at the beginning? You always got to put yourself first. even at the compromise of other people's needs and wishes. You got to come first. So one thing to think about is practice saying no. When you go to the mall, oh, miss, sir, here, you want to try this hand cream? It comes from the Dead Sea. It's got salt that it's the best. No, thank you. Keep walking. You don't need to give an explanation. Simple word, no. We used to say it all the time when we were 2 years old. No, 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 right? What happened? It's a 2-letter word, no. No, thank you. You can say thank you, but no, thank you. I'm broke right now. Or no, thank you. I just got some last week. No, I already tried it. You don't owe anybody an explanation. No. You go to the supermarket. Oh, great, ma'am. Do you have a club card? Here, let me get you signed up for a club card. No. It's very powerful. Try it. Even just saying no then, it kind of, I felt something inside of me. It feels kind of strange. Right? Because we're always taught to not put ourselves first. And that also makes us look like the stuck up one or the arrogant one. Oh, shoot. Do everything for herself. She thinks she's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. I said, oh, you're beautiful. Stop it. No, I'm not. Don't be crazy. Yeah, thank you. All right, so just become aware. Become aware. Download the quiz. It's a really basic one. But where do you fall? Passive, aggressive, assertive. Practice saying no. And remember, always put yourself first. And assertive people are negotiators. Be a problem solver. No, Jane, I can't walk your dogs for you while you're out of town. But I'll help you find somebody who can. Because you don't even need to give her an explanation as to why. It's just what it is. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Okay? You don't owe anybody shit. You don't. So just keep that in mind, and I hope that helps. More on it later.